Hey guys, today I'm gonna try to do a little walkthrough of my last video where I posted the video of me doing the Crush cover. Somebody commented that they wanted just a quick little rundown of how I had the set up in live and on the push for the looping and all of that stuff. So I am going to do my best to do like just a quick little explanation of it, and hopefully everything will make sense. If you have any other questions, just let me know and I will do my best to answer them. So let's go. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see okay and hear me okay. Full disclosure, I am recording with the built-in microphone on my camera right now, so my apologies, the audio probably isn't going to be the best, but I'm in the process of redoing my studio right now, so nothing is where it's supposed to be. Anyway, this is what the set looks like. Across the top you can see I've got the drums, piano, the vocal loops, the synth, and then the other tracks that I have in this song. Right in the middle here we have the synth, which this track is armed. In the video I was playing a sub 37, and this is where I loop that synth line. So I start out by doing that. When I have the synth parts all recorded and where I want them to be, I've copied and pasted them into all the places where I want to hear that synth. I move on to the vocal loops, which are right here, and I actually have them grouped so that I can expand them and collapse them really quickly, because if I didn't do that, you know, if I had all these tracks here, I'd have to be doing a lot of scrolling left and right to be able to get to where I need to go, and that just really confuses me. So anytime I have something like that, I just group them to make it really easy. So I expand the vocal group and then loop all the individual parts. Yeah, so I loop all the individual parts and then I copy and paste the ones that I want elsewhere. In this case, like I wanted some of those vocal loops in the chorus, but not all of them. So I copied those that I wanted into the clips where the chorus lives. And yeah, so once I'm done with the vocal loops, I can collapse that and then move on to the next part, which is the drums. So I have the drums here split into the kick and snare, the hi-hat, the percussion, and the fills, and I have those grouped as well so that when I'm done with the vocals I can scoot on over, expand the drums. And I don't always do this with the drums, but in this case I wanted to be able to trigger the fills. So that's why I have them there, and you can see I have the fills color-coded differently. They're all green and nothing else on my screen is green. And I did that so that I would never accidentally, hopefully never accidentally, hit the wrong clip when I'm trying to insert a fill. So most of these clips are under the trigger launch mode, but some of them are gated. So the drum fills specifically are the ones that are under the gate launch mode. So if you go into Ableton and go like click on a clip, you'll see under the launch section there's a drop down menu where you can choose between like trigger, toggle, gate. And the gate just makes it so that the clip starts playing whenever I hit it, and it stops playing when I let go. So that is how I have the fill set up for the drums. Oh, a couple of other things. I have the hi-hat and the percussion clips here under toggle mode, just so I have the option to bring them in and out whenever I want to. So during the performance, you know, you hear all the vocal loops during the intro, I guess. And then in the verses, it starts out with just the kick drum and some synth, some pads, And then when I want to build it up a little bit more, I can bring in the hi-hat, and I can bring in the percussion. And then when I'm transitioning into a chorus, I can bring in a fill before launching into the chorus. So yeah, that is basically how I have everything set up. The only other thing that I'll mention is how I color code everything. So I perform live with the push all the time. It's basically the only way that I perform live. So I just color code all of my clips in the same way from one song to the other, which is that the intro or the instrumental hook, wherever that is always yellow, and then the verses are blue, the choruses are pink, and the bridge is usually orange. And if there's a pre-chorus in a song, I'll color that purple. So you can see the colors here. I was kind of sloppy with it. I didn't, didn't do it with all the tracks, but I always have at least one track that's really, really visible on my front page that is color-coded in that way, and that serves as like my guide to where I am in the song, so I'm not losing track of what I'm doing. Okay, so that was basically it as far as what I was doing with the push in the Crush performance. I hope it made sense. I hope it was helpful. If you have any other questions or if I left any parts out, let me know and I will do my best to answer those questions. Yeah, so thank you for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye!